Ethereum has crashed minus 4.22% to $2,409.18. In this video we break down exactly what is driving this move and what it means. Welcome to MTRS_Market Pulse. It is Sunday, August 23rd, and this is your complete global market briefing. Caution prevails across asset classes. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, rumbles Bitcoin by what's moving markets. Let us start with a quick look at how the major global markets are positioned today. Starting with the major global indices. S&P 500 is trading higher by plus 0.43%, at $7,674.37. Equity markets are responding to reports that stock market today, Dow gains 500 points, SpaceX snaps a losing streak, Bitcoin pops, Investors Business Daily. NASDAQ 100 ticked up plus 0.33% to $29,309. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Michael Burry flags new RE bubble risk, says GDP growth is really counting on data center build-out, StockTwits. Dow Jones edged higher plus 0.98% to $53,277. Equity markets are responding to reports that Dow Jones futures fall as oil prices, Bitcoin jump, Walmart skids on earnings, Investors Business Daily. DAX is trading higher by plus 0.59%, at €26,137. This comes as S&P 500 inches lower as Middle East tensions outweigh tech gains, WTVB, adding pressure to energy markets. FTSE 100 edged higher plus 0.64% to £10,817. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, rumbles Bitcoin by what's moving markets. Now let us turn to some of the biggest names in global equities. Samsung made a dramatic move today, surged plus 3.87% to 281,500 Korean wons. Equity markets are responding to reports that Samsung, Broadcom reached $200 billion RE memory chip deal, manufacturing dive. The HBM supply competition with SK Hynix is the defining story. Samsung needs to close the yield gap to win hyperscaler HBM contracts. Consumer DRAM pricing is recovering as inventory normalizes. Watch for any Nvidia or Google qualification update on Samsung HBM. Goldman Sachs surged plus 3.73% to $1,039.28 in a significant session. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Goldman Sachs stock doubles from Liberation Day lows, Yahoo Finance. Investment banking fee recovery is the core thesis. The M&A and IPO pipeline is the most active since 2021. Trading revenues remain elevated given rate and FX volatility. Any large IB mandate announcement would be a direct catalyst. NTT is up plus 2.91%, trading at 166 yen and 10 sen. Equity markets are responding to reports that Palo Alto Networks signs a $1 billion NTT data deal ahead of Q4 earnings, TKR.com. From a momentum perspective, the next key resistance for NTT sits around 176 yen and 7 sen. A sustained break above that level could attract further institutional buying. The main risk to the upside scenario is a shift in macro conditions or central bank tone. This is our analytical view, always do your own research. SoftBank Group dropped sharply minus 2.45% to 5,255 yen. Equity markets are responding to reports that SoftBank, TSE 9984, stock looks below fair value but earnings look cheaper, Simpliwald ST. After today's weakness, the 5,097 yen and 35 sen area is the first meaningful support level to watch for SoftBank Group. A stabilization there would be the first sign that sellers are losing conviction. This is our analytical view, not investment advice. Now let us dig into the macro picture driving these moves. On the geopolitical front, this comes as S&P 500 inches lower as Middle East tensions outweigh tech gains, WTVB, adding pressure to energy markets. This is adding a risk premium across energy markets and supporting safe haven demand. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, rumbles Bitcoin by what's moving markets. Rate expectations remain the single most powerful macro driver for equities and currencies right now. On the data front, equity markets are responding to reports that Dow Jones futures fall as oil prices, Bitcoin jump, Walmart skids on earnings, Investors Business Daily. Turning to commodities. Brent crude edged higher to $94.39 per barrel, up 0.65% on the session. Traders are reacting to news that Dow Jones futures fall as oil prices, Bitcoin jump, Walmart skids on earnings, Investors Business Daily. WTI crude dipped to $87.06 per barrel, down 0.88% on the session. Traders are reacting to news that Dow Jones futures fall as oil prices, Bitcoin jump, Walmart skids on earnings, Investors Business Daily. Natural gas edged higher to $2.77, up 1.46% on the session. This comes as S&P 500 inches lower as Middle East tensions outweigh tech gains, WTVB, adding pressure to energy markets. Gold climbed to $4,624.10 per troy ounce, up 2.39% on the session. Safe haven demand is being supported by reports that gold, silver, or cash, which has been the better crisis hedge over the last 50 years. Fortune. Let us give you our near-term view on Ethereum. With the selling pressure we have seen today, the key support level for Ethereum is around $2,264.63. A failure to hold there could accelerate the decline and attract further sellers. For a recovery, bulls need to see a fundamental shift in the drivers weighing on prices. This is our view, always do your own research. In the currency markets, Euro to US dollar is at 1.17, gaining 0.04% on the day. Pound sterling to US dollar is at 1.36, gaining 0.04% on the day. US dollar to Japanese yen is at 158.94, gaining 0.42% on the day. Currency markets are reacting to gold regains momentum as weak dollar, safe haven demand and seasonal buying support prices, The Economic Times. Here is your market watch list heading into the next session. Keep a close eye on central bank speakers and rate commentary, and key economic data releases. Any one of these could be the catalyst that defines the next major directional move. Every morning, before markets open, we break down exactly what is moving and why. If you want that edge every day, subscribe and hit the bell icon. If today's analysis was useful, a like is the best way to support the channel. We genuinely appreciate every single one. We read every comment. Drop your view below. That is all from MTRS_Market Pulse for today. All analysis is for informational and educational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Always consult a qualified financial advisor. Trade safe, and we will see you in the next one. That is your full global market briefing from MTRS_Market Pulse. Subscribe and turn on notifications for daily updates.